Dr. Rafiqul Islam. He is the Vice Chancellor current Vice Chancellor of Alia University, Kolkata, India. He holds degrees from University of Calcutta and IIT Kharagpur and aims to make Alia University a global hub for innovation, fostering critical thinking and research. Academic from IIUM Malaysia with a strong research profile and leadership experience in academia, focuses on creating an inclusive environment, promoting research, innovation and interdisciplinary collaboration to build a globally recognized institution. Due to paucity of time, I would most respectfully request him to say within a minimum
2 minutes.
It's up to you, not 2 minutes, but as per you, we are already late with. Over to
Shukran jazilan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salam ala ashrafil anbiya al-mursaleen wa ala alihi ashabi ajma'in. Distinguished scholars, esteemed colleagues, and honorable IOS officials, presenters, participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First of all, I have the honor and privilege to be with these world-renowned Islamic scholars this morning as well as afternoon. And I take this opportunity to thank and I express my profound gratitude to Institute of Objective Studies. Dr. Alwanis believed profoundly that the crisis of the modern Muslim mind was not a crisis of faith, but a crisis of method. He saw that Islamic thought had become fragmented, its tools dulled by repetition, its dynamism confined within narrow legalism. His life's project was to restore methodology to its rightful place. He argued that knowledge must be integrated, that revelation and reason must converse, and that Islamic jurisprudence must reclaim its ethical and civilizational horizons. Three central ideas shaped his intellectual vision. I would just would say on the first one due to interest of time. He championed what he called al-marjiya al-Quraniya, the Quran as the primary frame of reference, not a text to be approached piecemeal, but a unified guide, shaping the worldview, ethics, and social imagination of Muslim communities. He argued scholars to rediscover the coherence of the Quran, its system of meanings, and its ability to orient societies towards justice, balance, and dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps one of his most enduring contributions in his emphasis on the ethics of disagreement. At a time when intellectual spaces were shrinking into polarized corners, Al-Wanis reminded us that difference is part of the scholarly heritage of Islam. For him, disagreement was not a rupture, but a resource, so long as it was carried with integrity, humility, and justice. Dr. Alwani's legacy teaches us that intellectual reform is not achieved by loud proclamations, but by persistent effort, principled reasoning, and the courage to revisit foundations with fresh eyes. He reminded us that the Quran remains a source of vitality, that the law must always serve human dignity, and that scholarship flourishes when it is anchored in both tradition and ethical openness. As we reflect on his life, we honor that not only a scholar but a methodological visionary, one who believed that Islamic thought could once again rise to meet the demands of the age, provided we cultivate clarity, coherence, and an unwavering commitment to truth. With this, I finish my brief talk. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.